All right. Thank you so much. I welcome you to our call this evening. And of course, yesterday we covered the benefits and importance of being in Royalq as community, as a business. And we explained that having an exchange is for individual, because it is not Hobby Global that brought me together with you. It is not Binance that brought me together with you here. It is not Kraken that brought me together with you. It is not Indodax that brought me together with you. It's not Coinbase that brought me together with you. It is Royalq. But being connected by Royalq, anybody can connect his robot on any exchange among those ones I mentioned, meaning that he can do his work alone in those exchanges, and minus Royalq, somebody can do manual trading. But if people decided to do artificial intelligence, of course, trading using artificial intelligence, they become the part of Royalq. I was explaining that I have two wallets. One is spot wallet in the exchange I may choose to use, and another wallet is for Royalq. Income comes from different ways, from different activities. If I'm trading on Binance, for example, the profit I make comes from my capital and skills I have, where I just get one part of Royalq and I link it there to use it there. But the income I get in Royalq doesn't come from Binance. It comes from Royalq. That's why I understand most how I benefit from Royalq business and how I benefit from the trading with my capital and using Royalq in any exchange among those 5 ones I mentioned. So we clarified that somebody can do Royalq business alone and he makes success in life. To what extent he should be characterized by this, the following. He has activated Royalq and he has skills in trading, in crypto trading, of course, and he can teach people, he can bring in Royalq, and maybe he's not interested in trading, but he can build the team of traders because he has the capacity of educating them. Because there are some people who are interested in trading, but they are not interested in doing Royalq business. So when you do this, you can, of course, give a link to somebody. You teach him to connect the Royalq to his exchange. You teach him how to trade. He has his capital there. He can trade. And if you do that and you increase the numbers of traders, you can enjoy Royalq business even if you are not trading. But you make sure that you know trading, and the ones you bring in the business, you teach them trading. And in the end, you can end up having the big team around the world of traders, and you educate them, and you produce some leaders, you produce some professionals, and they help teams, and you grow, and you make success in life. So we learned about this. We even made the lesson for this, and we put it in different platforms. But if you are doing both, you make life more beautiful. But do you care about the people you have brought in business? Do you educate them? Do you teach them that they understand the difference between Royalq and exchange? Do you teach them the benefit you can get from Royalq business through 2 areas, marketing and teaching traders how to trade using Royalq on their exchanges, which are different? and then you enjoy the income you get from Royalq because Royalq can appreciate you for that. We want our affiliate members to understand, because we have received many comments that people don't understand how to differentiate Royalq business and trading. Because all people who have Royalq in the world, they don't trade. The same way they can have it and trade, but they make sure that they have knowledge and skills about trading, so that if they do Royalq business, they teach the people they bring in Royalq to use Royalq on exchanges to trade, which can build for them the business. For example, you are V5 and you are not trading, but you have built the team of thousands of traders. You teach them every day. You created leaders among them. And now these people can trade, they can be successful, because as a leader, as V5, your duty, your responsibility is to help people to trade. So now, when I talk about this, I don't undermine trading, or I don't tell people not to trade, but I want to tell them that Royalq has its own business, which is different from trading, which is marketing of the software. It can be used for several purposes, not only for trading. If you have it activated, you can be able to send money with people across the globe, receive money and send money. That one is also an importance of having Royalq. You have your loved ones, you have your family members who stay in abroad. They use the blockchain, but for you, you don't have any other exchange or any other wallet, but you have Royalq. Your people can send you money. You can send them money. But understanding that two blockchains, Royalq blockchain and the other exchanges which use blockchain, can be bound together, and then you create wealth from them. That's why when I talk about this, I encourage people who don't do Royalq business, who don't build a team, that they are missing a lot. Because according to experience I have gone through as V3, I have seen a difference. Even if market is down, there are some people who are trading and income comes because of Royalq business. Let us build our business, not, of course, focusing on one part of business, but we maximize the business. But it may be your choice that you can do one thing, but we will always tell you that one source of income is not enough when you have opportunity of just creating different sources of income. In your spot wallet, from your profit, income comes as a profit from your wallet. The activation gain and the trading bonuses, they add more value to your life. Thank you so much. Allow me to welcome our senior lecturer, of course, to take us through for today's lecture. And I believe that as we are, of course, in different platforms, in different languages, we are explaining more about Royalq business. I believe that people will up their game and they benefit from this. Let us dream big, and we understand that Royalq has put ranks in the system for us to benefit from that. But there are some qualities we need to have. The quality of leadership, that when you have these qualities, you will always be helping others to benefit from trading and building. Then we make life beautiful. Thank you so much, our senior lecturer. Most welcome.
Okay, yes, thank you very much indeed. We thank all who have shown up for the program of our meeting this evening. There are altogether 6 people I can see in the room who have come with the purpose of gaining from our usual meeting in the evening. For those who may not be able to attend, sorry, there could be reasons why they may not be in a position to be with us. Thank God, the recording might help, even though they may miss out on the real touch and probably even ways of asking questions, but at least probably the recording may do them some good work. Yes, yesterday it was not possible for me to be together with the group because it was a public holiday and then I was operating my activities from home. And from home, the internet, as you are aware, is not very strong. It cannot be very good to handle both the presentation where you are to talk and also to share the screen. It often would break very, very badly, making it difficult for people to follow. So I really regret that it was not possible for me to be in the group for the meeting of last evening. Today, I am around and we talked one time and left on the way the subject of candlesticks. We left the subject of candlesticks on the way one time, I remember. We talked about candlestick, but then we left it on the way. Of course, we have always said that you need technical analysis to help you as a trader. And then we have also said that you need fundamental analysis, which has to do with the news and so on. Technical analysis will help you to understand graphs, to understand charts, and to use your knowledge of graphs, your knowledge of charts, your knowledge of data, so that you can be able to understand how you are to trade. Well, we have already indicated to you that there is a lot you can understand from fundamental analysis, but also we want to be balanced and we want to be in a position to handle both the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis. So in connection with the technical analysis, there was a time when I started talking about candlestick, but then the time left was too little. Candlestick, the time left was too little, and it was not possible for me to finish that subject of the candlesticks. Today, I want to see how we can at least have a good summary of lessons in the candlestick. And if possible, maybe at the end of the day, I will also post it for you to download and for you to enjoy the lessons that I kind of prepared in a simple way, but at least it can help so that you can understand certain details about the candlestick. I have decided to put it here so that it makes it easy for people to follow and so that we can also move together when we are discussing the subject of the candlestick. So here I have put it in the heading of understanding the candlestick, that you should be able to understand the candlestick. And if you can understand the candlestick, it can help you as a trader so that you are in a position to trade with some kind of skill that is above the average. You are not just a trader, but you are a trader who is able to understand how the market is moving. What are we to expect in this lesson that I am providing? There are basically two things. Although there are many details, but there are basically two things. You need to understand how the candlestick appears, how it looks. That is the anatomy of the candlestick. That is how the candlestick appears, how it looks, what it looks like. At least that one there, we should be able to summarize, and then you should be able to understand. And then the next thing that we will also be talking about in our topic of the candlestick is how candlestick can affect your trade, how it can affect our trade. Because when you look at the candlestick, you should be able to understand that based on the way the candlesticks are moving, my trade is going to be like this. My trade is going to be like this, how it can affect your trade. So that is also the second thing that I am going to explain. So we are talking about the anatomy, how the candlestick is made, what they look like. When you are looking at them, how they appear, what they appear like. And then we talk about the candlestick, how it can also affect you when you are a trader. So we come to start with the anatomy. This, good enough, was something that we had already started the other day, where we mentioned that 3 things are important when you are looking at any candlestick. When you're looking at any candlestick, you should know that there is the part we refer to as the body. And then there is the part or the parts we refer to as the wick. And sometimes we call the wick also the shadow. And then we have said that also when you are talking about the appearance, the anatomy of the candlestick, you cannot run away from the fact that candlesticks are made of certain standard colors. They are made of certain standard colors. Don't mind the way the color is written. For the British, the right color like this, where U is available. But for the Americans, the right color like that in the American English. Don't mind very much. In fact, I should have even written like this one here, because in Uganda, we are mostly using the British English instead of the American English. So don't mind if the color looks like the other one without a U. I can actually correct it at a later moment, but not necessary even, at least now I've explained. So expect that you're going to see the body, you're going to see the wick or shadow, you're going to see the color when you are looking at any candlestick. Now we come to the body. The body is the main part. When you have a candlestick, the candlesticks are down, but if I even have to show to you, when you see a candlestick, there is the thick rectangular part where the main structure is available. When you ignore the tail up and the tail down, you are concentrating only in this section, then you refer to that one as the body. You have the rectangular part of the candle. Maybe it is red, maybe it is green, but at least what we are trying to say is that you are concentrating on the rectangular structure. You are not talking about the extension up and the thin extension down. You are not talking about the extension up and the thin extension down. You are talking about the main rectangular area. That one there is what we are referring to as the body, the colored portion of the candlestick. In fact, that one shows the opening and the closing price. So if you see a candlestick, even if the candlestick looks like this, and probably there is a long tail up there, another long tail down here, you should know that this candlestick, the part that encloses the body up and the part that encloses the body down, those ones are the parts indicating when the candlestick started forming, where it started forming from, and when the candlestick ended forming, where it ended forming from. In this case, you know that the candlestick started forming from here when the time period clocked and the time period started. The candlestick started forming from there. And then when the time period was ending, pop, and the candlestick was left as complete. The candlestick ended when the price was at this lower area. So the body shows you the real candlestick when it was opening, where it opened from. And then the real candlestick when the time was closing, where it closed from. That is the range. The range showing you how the candlestick opened, where it opened from, and then how the candlestick closed when it was closing from. That one is what we refer to as the body. Yes, someone can continue to welcome those ones who are coming in so that they can benefit. So that is with regards to the body. Now we come and continue. At least you are now understanding the body. The candlestick may have a long body. And when the candlestick has a long body, it indicates that there was a heavy trading activity. Selling or buying was very heavy. For example, if you look at this candlestick, it is much longer. It is much longer. If you compare with the previous candlestick that formed in the previous time period, you will see that in the previous time period, the body of the candlestick was very short, the other one. But in this next time period, the body of the candlestick was long. So when the body is long, a long body indicates that there was a heavy trading and there was strong selling or strong buying. In this case, when it is red, it shows that there was strong selling, plenty of selling took place when the body is long. Of course, the opposite is also true. When the body is very, very small, like there are those ones, the bodies are really small. There are those other ones, the bodies are very, very, very small. Even the other one, the body is really very small. Those ones where you see that the body is very small, the bodies are very, very small. The bodies are very small, almost not there. It means that in that time duration, there was not much trading activity that took place. The trading activity was very small. It was below average. It was not big enough. That is with regards to the body of the candlestick. Now, let us move to the wicks. The wicks or the shadow. The wicks are the tails. They are the long, thin lines that are extending away from the body. It can be below the body, it can be above the body. Like, for example, here in this green candle, there is a thin line above the body. There is also a thin line below the body. That one is the wick. In this case, there is a thin line, but only above. Below, there is no thin line, which means the wick for this candlestick is only above. In a similar way, this candlestick has a wick, and the wick is only above. There is no wick below this green candlestick. It is okay. There are candlesticks that can have wicks on both sides. There are those ones that can have wick only on one or the other of the two sides. And even there can be candlesticks without wicks at all. That one is normal. That one is normal. Now, let us explain to continue about the wick. Here we are continuing to say that if you see the wick, the highest point of the upper wick will help you to understand that that was the highest traded price. The highest price that the coin, that particular coin, was able to reach during that time period. For example, if you look at this candlestick, the red one, although the body is very small here, the body is very small here, but it tells you that the price of this coin succeeded in going very high, and the maximum price it reached was when it reached that highest place. During the time period, the price visited that area. The price actually reached as far as that area. If the open or close was the highest price, then there will be no upper wick, or there will be no lower wick, and so on. If the open or the close was the highest price, then there will be no upper wick. For example, in this case here of this green, you can see that there was no wick at the top. Because there was no wick at the top, it means that the highest price it reached was even when the body itself ended there. The body ended there, and the price also closed from there. So the highest traded price was also at the tip of the body. In this case, there was no wick. Yes, then we continue next. We go to the lowest point of the lower wick. We have seen issues to do with the upper wick. Now we are coming to the lower wick. When you are talking about the lower wick, the lowest point of the lower wick indicates the lowest traded price. It means that the price tested that area, the price reached and knocked that lower area. Even though it may not have stayed there till the end, but at least the price succeeded in reaching that area. Maybe it did not stay at that price up to the end. For example, in this case, where you see that the wick came and the body went back. The wick formed, but the body went back. It shows that that price was reached, but by the time the period was ending, the price had already left that location. The price had already left that location. It did not stay at that lower place. It eventually left that lower place. So that is when the wick is below, or when the wick below is missing. If there is a wick below, that shows the farthest price down in that time period. When there is no wick, it means that the price ended with the body It did not go beyond where the body was. Finally, in the anatomy, we have already talked about the body of the candlestick. We have already talked about the wick of the candlestick. Finally, we are coming to the color of the candlestick. The color represents the direction. In fact, it is the color that will tell you the direction of the way the price moved in that time period, in that time frame. How did the price move? Did it start from somewhere up and then at the end, the price was down? Or did it start from somewhere down and then in the end, the price was up? How did it begin? How did it end? When you see that the candle is green, that is a very special case. It will help you to understand that by the time the price was closing, it closed at a higher place compared to the time when the period, the price when the period started. When the period started, was the price low? Yes. When the period was ending, has the price ended higher than the opening price? If so, that candle will be green. And then the opposite is if a candle is red. If a candle is red, it will tell you that the currency price closed lower than when it opened. By the time it was closing, it was low. By the time it was opening, it was still high. By the time it was closing, that candle closed when the price was lower. Then the candle will be represented as red. That means that if you have a candle and then the candle started maybe from here, the candle ended here, the candle moved in this direction and it ended here. What would you expect the color to be for this candle? It has to be red because it started from an upper price. By the time it was ending, the price was down. The opposite is like this. If the candle started from, let me even put it like this. If the candle started from down, and by the time the period was ending, the candle had ended up in that upper location, then it means that the price in that time period increased. And because the price in that time period increased, this candlestick will be shown as green to help the traders understand how the price moved in that time period. An upward move in the time period will be indicated as a green candlestick. And then a downward move in that time period will be indicated as red. That is it. So we have finished with that first part, the anatomy. We have finished with the anatomy of the candlestick. Now you know the wick. Now you know the body. Now you know the color. We have finished with the anatomy of the candlestick. Now you understand the color. Now you understand the stick, the body. Now you understand the wick or the shadow. Next, we are moving now. How does the candlestick affect you? How does it affect your trade? If you are trading, this knowledge of the candlestick, can it help or it is not important? Well, it helps. How does it help? Now, let us look at 5 things that will guide you like a signal. 5 things that will guide you as a signal when you are a trader, there are 5 things about candlestick that will guide you as a signal so that you understand how your trade has to move, how your trade has to be conducted, how you are going to place your trades. There are 5 things that will guide you as signals. And those signals will have an effect on your opportunities when you are trading. All right, we start with 2 of those signals. One is when the candle is green in general. Of course, we have said that it will be helping you to understand that the trend of the market is moving uptrend. Uptrend means that the general price increase is there. The price is moving up and up, slowly and slowly, up and up, quickly and fast, up and up, slowly and slowly, up and up, quickly and fast. Then the general color will be green. But now, as I have said, that here are 2 already of the 5 things. When the candle you see has no shadow, it is green, yes, but then it has no shadow at the bottom. Wow. That means that the upward journey is so sure. The upward journey is so sure. If the candle has no stick at the bottom, it has no wick at the bottom. The wick is up, but at the bottom there is no wick. That is a special case. No lower wick. It is green, no lower wick. Let me even show already. No, I will explain later. No problem. It is coming. So that is it. So you have seen that there are 2 things already here. First, a candle can be green. That is a general way to tell you that the trend is upward. The price is increasing. But if it has no lower shadow, no wick at the bottom, that is even a special case. It gives you the assurance that the price is still moving. The price is still moving up. We are so sure the price is moving. Unless there is some bad news, then the price will change. If there is no bad news, the price is generally moving upwards. Then we come to 2 more. We have said there are 5. We come to 2 more. 1, do you see that the candle is red? Well, if the candle is red, then it shows that the trend is coming downwards. It shows that the price is decreasing slowly and slowly, fast. Slowly and slowly, fast. Any red is an indication the price is decreasing. The trend is coming down. But if there is no wick, this time on the upper side, because the candle is coming down, since the candle price is coming, the price is coming down. If at the top there is no wick, the wick is only at the bottom, but at the top there is no wick. This is red. At the bottom there is no wick. That shows you that there is a strong movement. There is a sure indication that the price is serious and the price may not yet change. The price is moving. The price is not about to give up moving downwards. It is likely to continue for a few more time period. This is not the time to think the price is stopping. The price is seriously moving down. Why? No shadow towards the top. The price is moving downwards. So you have already seen 2 here. 2 more things to tell you how you can plan your trade. Then next, and finally, finally, which is the fifth, is when the candle has a very small body. The candle has a very small body. Candles with very small body, they are referred to in the Japanese language as the doji. Candles that have very small bodies in the Japanese language, they are referred to as the doji. And also it is now used even in English. We refer to that as the doji. Now, let me help you to see which ones are doji, which ones have small body. There is one here, sorry, the arrow tip has ended wrongly. There is one here, very small body. You are seeing it there. There is another one there in between there. Very small body, very small body. There is another one down here. Sorry, I pointed it almost wrongly. This other one, very small body, very small body. Those candles that have very small bodies, they are referred to as doji. What do they tell you? When you see that a candle is surrounded by upper and lower shadows, but then the body is very small. The body is very small. It is warning you that even when it was moving in a trend downwards, the downward trend seems to have ended. You must be very, very watchful now. Be very watchful. The trend is changing. If it was moving down, you should know that the downward trend is either ending or very near to end, very, very near to end. The same, if it was moving upward, you should know that it is ending. The up is about to end. Be very careful. The upward journey is about to end, and there is going to be a change. The journey will turn downwards. So it actually is a warning that there is going to be a change in the direction of the trend. Is it true? Oh, yes. Look at this red one down there. You have seen that when the body was very, very small, indeed, in the next time period, the direction was green. It has changed. The direction was green.
Excuse me, sir. The microphone is closed.
Yes, sorry. It means that when there was fluctuation, then I think my microphone had closed. Sorry for that. But this is what I was explaining, that in this final part now, we are showing how candlesticks can affect the trade we are performing. Like we are showing that if you look at this area where the rates are dominating, what will that tell you? It shows that even if you are trading with the Royalq, this area where the rates are very many, and this area where the rates are very many, thank you. Sorry. There was again fluctuation and then the muting came in automatically. Anyway, the interruption has been bad, although last case of the candlestick or of our lesson, at least to the end. We have said that where there is a dominant rate, that is the area where margin calls. Many area where the rates are very many. Those are the areas of margin calls. What about this middle area here? The middle area here, if you look at this middle area here, it goes up, it comes down. It goes up.
Yes, Alexi.
But she's network is very bad. Actually, I will come back.
I see he's back. Can see he's back.
Yeah. Celsius. Can you open your microphone?
Yeah, I have finally opened.
Good.
Sorry. No, it is not. In fact, I'm seeing a good number of people have been affected. Out of a good class, we are now left on 3 in the classroom. Sorry for the inconvenience. I think it is a global thing now. Perhaps it is also affecting a good number of friends. Anyway, I was now coming to this lower area here. What do you see about the candlestick? Green comes, one red comes. Two come, one
network is not good.
Seems the Uganda network is very poor right now.
Yeah, maybe the sky is not good, maybe.
The weather, the weather is, I think their weather is causing problems.
Sometimes not good to internet, the network, the senior actually. The many times not disturbing him.
Last time the problem was at night.
Yeah.
But for now I can see even the daytime, the network seems to be very poor.
Yeah. Welcome back, Senior Mentor. Actually, his network is very bad. It's not the actually his network is very bad. Waiting him back.
The network have failed him.
Yeah.
Even me for tough.
Even Meta is not good network.
Yeah, I can see. Even the senior mentor's network is very poor. But I can hear you. For you, a network is okay. Your network has no.
Mia is okay because I'm using 5G. 5G, yeah.
How comes I'm using 4G? Can't you hear me?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
It is very well.
Maybe it is because we live in different destinations, different places.
Yeah. Sooner later the changing location, then try take the network.
My network is not good here.
Yeah, even Celsius.
So Celsius has gone off.
Yes.
Oh,
His
very
network
sorry,
failed.
very sorry.
Failed. Completely failed.
It seems that the Uganda network sometimes is not good, but I think with time we can. Yes, maybe with time when network is okay, we can do it. No problem.
Okay, continue.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can end here.
Okay.
We can end here, and maybe we prepared a Zoom for 6 p.m. soon.
Yeah, that's the solution, I think.
Okay, so let's meet again in 1 hour.
See you soon.